Today, as we meet here, we have nearly 300 young girls from Chibok in northern Nigeria that remain Boko Haram kidnapped victims. It has been 5 weeks since they were abducted. Every passing minute makes their successful rescue less likely, and we meet today to ensure that the United States is doing everything it can to assist in their rescue. Just yesterday, the House passed a resolution pressing for more aggressive action, and many around the world are just now hearing of Boko Haram. Sadly, though, for communities in northern Nigeria, they know the death and destruction that this group brings only too well, and they've known it for a number of years. They've known it for a number of years because as Boko Haram has spread, they have continued to burn schools. As of today, over 500 schools have been destroyed. Over 100 teachers have been killed. This morning, committee members had the chance to meet with Deborah Peter. Deborah, a young woman of just 15 years of age, is from Chibok, Nigeria, the same town where the recent abductions took place. Ms. Peters is seated in the front row. She is one of only 3 Boko Haram survivors in the United States. She courageously shared her traumatic experience at the hands of Boko Haram with us this morning. And her father and her brother, her father was a pastor, were executed in front of her eyes for not renouncing their Christian faith. The church, his church, was burned to the ground. We thank Deborah for being with us today. We thank her and her friends for traveling from rural Virginia to share her traumatic story in the hopes that the world will act. We are faced with 2 challenges in northern Nigeria. In the near term, seeing these girls rescued, and in the long term, rendering Boko Haram unable to threaten the region. This is a group that have killed thousands of to date. And their loose title of the translation Boko Haram is Western Education is a Sin. Their mission is to carry out a war against those who educate or empower women. And the greatest sin to them is not treating women as chattel, which they do, or enslaving women, which they purport to justify, or selling women. No, the greatest sin to them is to be involved in educating or teaching young women how to read and write. And over time, this group, Boko Haram, has developed a vast arsenal of weapons. They are an al-Qaeda affiliate. They've sworn their allegiance to al-Qaeda. They've received training from al-Qaeda groups. They've built up their resources with that support. And this means greater terror for the people in northern Nigeria and greater challenges for Nigerian security forces. Unfortunately, these forces suffer unprofessional elements with poor morale. I have been in Nigeria several times. It is a struggle for the Nigerian military to cope with this threat. And that's led some to say that we should not get involved. But it tells me otherwise. It tells me that U.S. involvement is critical. U.S. forces are well positioned to advise and assist. We can advise and assist Nigerian forces in the search and the rescue of these girls. In this role, U.S. forces expertly to deal with hostage situations and in jungle environments and in tracking could help Nigerians with intelligence, planning, and logistics. And if some U.S. laws would hinder such assistance, the administration should use its waiver authority under these extraordinary circumstances. Why do we care? We care about Deborah, her friends and family. We care about a girl's right to an education. We care about human rights and religious liberty and the future of Africa's largest country, largest in population, largest economy. And we have direct security interests. Commanders at the Pentagon have stated that Boko Haram is, in their words, a threat to Western interests and one of the highest counterterrorism priorities in Africa. Pressure from this committee was critical in getting the State Department to designate Boko Haram as a foreign terrorist organization. Indeed, the administration made that announcement in this room under pressure from us on this committee. As many have noted, it shouldn't have taken so long. We want to hear from the State Department and the Pentagon witnesses on the strategy we now have in place. Boko Haram, with heavy weapons and grenade attacks, is waging a brutal war against schoolgirls carrying backpacks and books and pencils. We can't sit on the sidelines. And